In this video, we're not going to talk about the obvious hidden details in the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. Instead, we'll focus on the details that most people probably missed. At the beginning of the trailer, the note Peter Parker is reading is actually the same note he was carrying at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home to tell MJ everything that had happened. So yes, even 4 years after No Way Home, Peter still kept that note with him. In this shot, the campaign manager from Daredevil Born Again is giving Peter the key to the city. This might look like a simple detail, but it's actually a major spoiler for Daredevil Born Again Season 2. First, this award is usually presented by the mayor himself. Second, when Kingpin became mayor, he imposed martial law on superheroes, meaning they couldn't operate freely. But here, a superhero is receiving an award publicly, which means Kingpin is no longer the mayor of New York City. Sheila is the new mayor now. So yes, this could be a huge spoiler for Daredevil Born Again Season 2. Here we also get our first look at Punisher's van. In live action, we've never really seen Punisher using his van before, even though it was his regular vehicle in the comics, filled with weapons. So this was a really cool comic book accurate detail. Another interesting detail here, if you look carefully, Peter didn't kick Punisher out of the van. He actually pulled him out by grabbing his hands. For obvious reasons, if Spider-Man hit a normal human with his full strength, survival would be difficult. And in the movie, Punisher and Peter aren't enemies. Instead, they'll probably share a friendly older brother-younger brother dynamic. Now, everyone is saying that in this shot, Peter is being held from above by someone. But if you listen carefully with earphones, you can clearly hear web sounds here, which confirms that Peter is finally getting organic webs. And throughout the teaser, there are multiple hints toward this. In the shot where Peter's body is being scanned, at first it looks like Bruce Banner is scanning him. But that's not true. If you look closely, the screen clearly mentions the operator name as Agent Tremere, which means this is probably some government organization, most likely the Department of Damage Control. Also, this Agent Ramirez could actually be Agent Dolores Ramirez from the comics, who later connects directly to the mutant storyline. The same thing happened in the comics, and both Wonder Man and this trailer contain multiple hints that mutants are going to play a very important role in the future. In the bus sequence, many people probably missed this girl, but if you followed the X-Men movies and comics, you'll notice that her look is clearly inspired by Rogue from X-Men. It's basically an Easter egg for that character. In the scene where Peter meets Bruce Banner, you can clearly see ESU written on his hoodie, which stands for Empire State University. This is the fictional college from the comics where Peter studied, and where he met Harry Osborn and Gwen Stacy. So maybe Gwen and Harry are finally going to appear in this movie. Several trailer shots are also recreated directly from comic book covers, like the civilian rescue shot, the boomerang shot, and the tarantula sequence. And obviously, we'll probably see many more comic recreations in the movie. After this, we see this character, or at least her hands. This is actually Sadie Sink's character. A lot of people are confused about who she's playing, but recently, a Marvel Comics artist shared artwork of Jean Grey that looks almost exactly like Sadie Sink's set photos. So it's basically confirmed that Sadie Sink is playing Jean Grey. In this shot, you can again see Sadie Sink's character, and this location is clearly Peter Parker's room. In another frame from the same location, we see Peter experimenting with something. There's another interesting detail here. Peter's black vest looks heavily inspired by Tony Stark's look, so they might be trying to recreate a scene similar to Tony working on his inventions. Now coming to Bruce Banner, many people were surprised that he's in his human form. But if you watch She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, you'd remember that he created an inhibitor device that helps him stay in his normal human form. And in the trailer, you can clearly see that device on his arm. This also references an interesting comic book callback. In one storyline, everyone forgets Peter Parker, including Bruce Banner, but Hulk still remembers him. Basically, Bruce Banner forgets who Peter Parker is, but Hulk still remembers him. In the ending shot, when the hand ninjas attack Peter, he's sitting there without a mask in his regular suit. But in the comics, a very similar event happened where Peter was wearing his black suit. Throughout the trailer, there are many hints that symbiotes and Venom are finally entering the story. So most likely Peter is actually wearing the black suit in this scene, and Marvel digitally changed it just for the trailer. We get another Venom hint when Peter's eyes turn black. The exact same thing happened in the Venom movies before Eddie transformed. But the interesting detail is that MJ's reflection is visible in Peter's eyes, which means that at some point, MJ will again discover that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and MJ's memories are going to play a major role in the story, because in the final shot of the trailer, MJ is wearing the Black Dahlia necklace that Peter gifted her in Spider-Man Far From Home. So still wearing a gift from someone you don't even remember creates a very emotional and interesting angle for the story. In Ned's room, you can also see several Spider-Man photos in the background, which suggests that both Ned and MJ are obsessed with Spider-Man's identity in the movie. Eventually, Peter's identity itself will become the center point of the story. So yes, these were all the hidden details from the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. I hope I didn't miss anything. If I did, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.